Yes, hello all. My name is Dato. I'm a founder and director of US Property Investment Wholesalers. We're here with Brett. Brett is our youngest customer, our youngest investor. Got started with us, about a year ago. We're just gonna have a quick chat to him for yourself to find out what generally was the process, what is the person, going through, and what questions. So hopefully we'll be able to answer some questions for you. So, Brett, welcome, and just tell us quickly, how did you get started with us, and what was the, I guess, initial feeling? Why were you thinking investment? So.
Well, I've always been interested in property investment, and I saw your booth at the Adelaide show, and I was just walking past and it caught my eye, and I was pretty interested, so I stopped and had a look and got some information, and had a follow-up appointment, and it all went well. It was all sounding pretty interesting, so kept learning it more and more as I kept coming back each time. And then decided to eventually buy one.
Not a problem. So did you have any investments before you started? Okay.
No, this was the first one.
Cool. So why did you? What was the biggest benefit that you saw in following up with what we did, rather than sort of going into? I mean, you could have done all sorts of stuff. You could have gone into Australian property. You could have gone to shares. Why? US.
Well, to be honest, I never actually planned on investing in the US. It just sort of caught my eye, and then when I saw the benefits and the returns and all that sort of thing, being my first investment as well, I didn't really know what to expect here or anywhere else. So I just sort of give it a shot, and I've enjoyed it so far. It's worked out well.
Cool. So how did you find the process that you went through?
It was pretty good. To be honest, I'm not really one to be all the paperwork sort of thing, so that was a bit daunting, but in the scheme of things, I really didn't have to do too much at all. Like, you guys did it all for me, so. But
great, he feels that way. There were certain things that he had to do, but thanks for that. So look, we did try to do as much as possible, because we like to call ourselves a full turnkey. You've spoken to Donna, which is our accountant as well. How did you find dealing with her?
Yeah, she was amazing. She had all the time in the world for me, and answer every question. I was really surprised. I didn't think she'd have so much time to chat and be so helpful. I thought, being just another customer, she wouldn't really have much time on her hands, but she was more than happy to help. It was
fantastic.
It was good to say, yeah.
Fantastic. So how are you finding, now that you had one property, you also went to US, basically checked it out, and Brett worked on his own house, because he decided to combine a little bit of work with a little bit of pleasure. So while he was in US, he checked out his house. How did you find dealing with guys on the ground there, with Nancy and Cheryl?
Well, to be honest, for me it was a bit surreal. I was on a holiday, and then next thing I know, I'm there painting my own house in America. It was a bit hard to get my head around, but the guys there were really helpful. Nancy and Cheryl, and the tenants were great, and Clay was helping me do the renovations, and they were all really helpful.
Why don't you tell the guys, why did it sort of come about that you actually was doing your own house? Not that we didn't want to do the renovations for him.
Well, I was talking about going on a holiday to America, and then Dado said to incorporate, maybe because I'm a builder, carpenter by trade, so he said, why not you go do the renovations yourself? And I didn't even cross my mind, but it turned out alright. So
yeah, basically what I tried to do is I thought he was going there anyway. He had the skills, so obviously he could have done it firsthand, and at the same time save himself some money. So what I said is, why don't we organize somebody that look after you, provide the tools, you're there, might as well. So seems like you found it okay?
Yeah, no, it was good.
Fantastic. Look, what do you think in terms of benefits? What are you getting out of the whole thing? Obviously, sort of money is one thing. You can talk about that. Is there anything else that you found beneficial going through the process and taking a plunge, I guess, and actually start investing in general?
Yeah, well, like I said, I've always wanted to invest in property, and
Why?
I don't know, ever since I was at school, I always knew I wanted to become a property investor. That's why when I left school, I became a carpenter, because I knew I wanted to invest in property and work on my own houses. I knew that from when I was at school.
Great.
And it came around a lot quicker than what I thought. I didn't think I'd be buying houses already. Being so young, I thought it wouldn't have happened for another few years at least, but this is probably a bit of a quicker.
I think you actually surprised not only yourself, but also your family and your sister and everybody else was quite surprised as well. So
I definitely surprised myself. I didn't think I was going to buy a house this quickly, but I have, and it's worked out well. So.
And how are you finding the skills that you're learning, like as an investor?
Well, before I didn't know anything about investing in the US. I didn't even know what an LLC was, and now I've got one.
Why don't you? If somebody doesn't know, what's an LLC?
Like a company, your own company.
It's a limited liability company. Yeah. So basically, it's set up to give you tax benefits and also legal benefits at the same time.
Yeah.
Great. So. Would you, I guess, recommend, people? Before that, like, I do want to ask a question. What was your main fear in general, with this kind of arrangement? Like, always is a little bit daunting. It had to be a little bit daunting getting started. What would you say your main issue, main fear was?
Well, any investment's a gamble, isn't it? So the ultimate risk would be to lose all your money, but. To be honest, that'd be my greatest fear. But once my mind was put at ease and I saw the whole process and sort of learnt more and more about it, I felt more comfortable to take that risk, just to roll the dice and buy one. But it was pretty daunting being so young and having all your hard-earned money and then next thing you look in your bank account and it's all gone. But no, it was worth it.
Fantastic. And one of your tenants in one of the properties, I think it is in our rent-own program. What do you think about the arrangement that I guess we came up with? I mean, obviously decided to put it in, and what was your motivation and benefits? What were you getting sort of out of it?
The fact that they're in the rent to buy. Yeah. Well, you're helping yourself out because you're making money, and you're obviously giving someone a shot on the owning their own home, which feel pretty good about yourself, don't you?
Well,
give someone a shot to own their own home that they wouldn't otherwise be able to do.
Fantastic.
So not only you're making money in the process, but it's not all about money, is it?
Well, look, it's good that you said that, because you obviously you've known us for a long time now. And with all the things that I do, I try to make it win-win-win as possible. And like in my personal opinion, the way that the whole thing got designed, it's how can you lose? I mean, you're making money while you're helping people and making the world a better place because of the green renovations. So, and obviously people such as yourself can see it and willing to take action on it. So look, I'm assuming that would you I guess recommend us at all?
Yeah, definitely. I've already recommended it to a lot of my mates. They've always like, how'd you get on to buying a house in America? It's the weirdest concept. I was like, well, yeah, it is pretty strange if you think about it, I guess, but me and my mates, none of us would have ever thought, well, especially me, I wouldn't have bought a house in America and then to go over and work on it. But I'm always telling my mates they're always interested, and I'm always saying, like, give it a shot. But I don't think they've really got enough courage to just go out and roll the dice like I did. But I guess when they see that it was paying off for me, they might be more inclined to, I suppose. I don't know.
Well, I'm keeping in touch with all of them.
Yeah.
Not naming any names, but yeah, everybody has their own path and everybody makes a decision and their own sort of whenever they're comfortable. So
Yeah.
whenever.
Yeah, that's it.
Hopefully we'll still be here. So, is there, in conclusion, is there anything that you'd like to add?
In what respect?
And anything that you'd like to add to the conversation, to final word, I guess, to the guys watching this?
Nah, not really.
No worries.
Pretty
Well, that's nice and brief. Thanks, guys, for watching. Hopefully you gained something out of it. So see you on the other side.